Hello, welcome to worshiptutorials.com. I'm Bradford. Today I have a pretty cool, simple little lesson, kind of something that will probably change the way you approach playing lead guitar. I use it all the time and I get compliments on, man, that's a really good riff. That's a really nice little piece. That feels really good. It feels really swinging, really awesome. And I'm playing one note. I'm going to teach you the power of one note. Today, I have our MJT custom thin line T-style guitar, Porter pickups, Agape 18-watt tribute head into this Mesa cab clone. Wonderful, wonderful device. For this especially, but also if you're in a church and you can't run your amp too hot, or maybe you're in a church and you can't run an amp, period. This will change that. Really great. Any other numerous uses, we're using this going right into Logic. And I have this wonderful pedal board here with some very simple but yet very complex pedals. We got this wonderful compressor on. It's from Greer Amps. We got these Will Sledge dirt pedals. I got a nice little auxiliary switch from Dan Burgess over this one's mine, controlling our eventide time factor. And we got the eventide space. But honestly, what I'm going to show you may not even need to use pedals. You may realize that you could make your pedal board very simple after this. I don't know. Here's hoping. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you a nice little riff. It's very rhythmic and yet it's very simple. So we'll say we're in the key of A. There, that's our F shape. We have some lessons on that. You may want to check that out, but A. So you're doing A, you got a nice little grooving song, you got some space, and you're probably thinking to yourself, you know, I could play the chord. You could do that, absolutely. Yes. Or you could come to your F sharp minor pentatonic shape we've talked about. We've talked about that before, and it's great, but in this whole thing, in the midst of all those chord shapes, in the midst of the scales, all of that, we're going to be using one note. So, in your key of A, you should be on the note A, and we're going to use that. And we're not going to let it ring out like that quite as much. We're going to do this very rhythmic, funk kind of feeling piece that would be very great to fill some space. That way, especially being the only electric guitar player, you're going to love this because as you build into your pre-chorus and as you build in to crash through the chorus, you have some dynamics and you can still play. So it's not empty, but at the same time, you have room to go up. So we're going to take this A in the key of A, we're going to say, and all we do is something like this. Now, you could do it just like that, and that's going to sound great. Or you could hammer on, which is going to get us to a B note here. All right, so it's going to go from A to the B. So the A in the second fret right here on the G string, and then we're going to go to the B on in the fourth fret on the G string. You could hammer on, do some little bends, something like that, and then you know, say you're doing something a little faster, you want to carry it, kind of like This Is Amazing Grace. So what you're doing is you're going back down that F sharp minor pentatonic scale. So you're going from the second fret on the G string to the fourth fret on the D string to the second fret on the D string. So that riff from This Is Amazing Grace during the verses and stuff, really great. Then you know there's really no rhythm electric guitar except this rhythmic one note kind of piece. You could do that. Or you could just go back up the scale, and what I do is do something like that, simple. Sounds really fast, sounds really cool, but you'll just go back from the A. So kind of find some spots like that as well. So we're going to go to the B string on the third fret, to the second fret, to the G string on the fourth fret, to the second fret. And then you're back on your A where you started. So. So we're going to tap into what I was just playing here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So pretty easy, and that rhythmic delay adds a nice little dynamic as well. Kind of gives you something a little different if that song needs it. But like I said, so simple, you may want to start taking pedals off your board because you could just... Either way, I have a lot of pedals on my board, but when I do something like that, I find it sounds great. Maybe just a little bit of reverb, but even then, just doing that, again, gives you some space, some room to go, some room to build up, and you can take it down even farther and do nothing. Either way, this is a great little piece, super easy as I demonstrated, one note. Thanks for joining us at Workshop Tutorials. We'll see you next time.